Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade set up for today. So nothing really happened yesterday. Open and close was within a few pips of each other, and we're kind of just hovering on the top here. I don't want to add more lines, let's just use this bottom one here. So that's our current top that we're trying to get through, which is 15,744, and nothing more that we can add to that. Oscillators are really concerning me at the moment. We have one that has crossed over the 80, and they've crossed over together. The other one has crossed over as well, but still hovering above the 80. That starts dropping below the 80. There's a pretty good probability that we have some kind of structure forming. Now, I'm not entirely convinced of anything on the DAX at the moment, so basically look at this chart and take it with a pinch of salt right now, because as far as I'm concerned, we are range bound. We've range bound for the last 2 weeks, and we are now top of range. As you can see, this pin bar rejection off the top here is fairly telling, but then we went sideways. So look at my oscillators, both of them cross over, both of them point to the downside. For me, most logical move at the moment is back down to the bottom. If we come to the hour, it's a bit more clearer, so you can see up, big sell-off, and then sort of sell off on that pin bar, and then a bit of a move back down into structure here. So trend is still up. Okay, it's a messy uptrend, there's no two ways about it, but the trend is up. Should be looking for opportunities to buy, but the more I look at all the charts at the moment, the more I realize that we are in very dangerous territory. And having been burnt in situations like this in the past, I'm a little bit more cautious and not really willing to chase the longs at the moment, and also not really willing to jump in with the shorts at the moment, because there's no clear signal for either. So for me, the DAX is still, believe it or not, sit on hands. We are getting some little bits of structure, which, if you've got the time, jumping onto a 15-minute chart is probably the best way to go about it. Now you can see there's your range. Let me just use this here on your 15-minute. You can see there's the levels in the 15-minute. You can see the break here. It gives you an opportunity to jump in with a very tight stop. You don't really have to wait for retests like that. Look at the moving averages. You're above the moving averages. As long as you're above them, you're long. This here, you could see there's a rejection bar. Two exhaustion bars, a rejection bar. You know that the bigger trend, you're at high levels. Look at the oscillators, and you can sort of scalp this thing slightly to the downside if you want to do. But that's the only thing that you've got going at the moment. The problem with it is you often get days like this. You can see sideways days, there's another sideways days, there's another sideways days, there's another sideways days, and another one, and yet another, and yet another. So kind of difficult to jump in on the lower time frames as well. So for me, until I see structure, I'm still sitting on the sidelines. Oscillators group like this does look interesting. You can see crossing far apart, so that would indicate a move to the upside, which could very well be something like this. That is possible. It really is possible. It's just so messy. Here's my flag. So you can see strong move up, rejection off a level, move down, breakout, retest. That is possible. And that would be 15,920, probably 1600, which would be the next target. Yeah, but I think I will just rather wait. This doesn't excite me. If the 3-hour oscillators were grouped down like they were last week in this area, and you're seeing this kind of pattern, that would give me a confidence that we've got something brewing. But looking at the hour, I don't see much here. And so I just wanted to see there's something else that we need to be paying attention to, and that is diversions. And so we've got 94. We had 94, 91. So we do have a little bit of divergence here between that high and that high. So that could indicate a double top. Don't see, it's not that clear, so I don't think you need to pay attention too much to it. Nothing on the daily. Maybe from here there is, so from that high to that high there's definitely some divergence. Anyway, I think for me, instead of trying to second guess everything, just wait for structure. There's no structure at the moment, so if this flag does come out, this is the level that needs to be defended, 15,700. So 15,700 needs to be defended. If it can be defended, I would argue that it's defending this breakout here, which is also a flag breakout, and we have potential to the upside. But I would be looking to take at least some profit testing this previous high at 15,800. If we get through that, then maybe I'd hold out for that. But at the moment, I'm not confident on that at all. This kind of looks like to me it's just going to jump back into this channel and run down to the bottom of the range. Anyway, that's it for me. Remember, there is data tomorrow, and that's probably what everybody's waiting for. So let's see what tomorrow brings. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.